Hello, Namaskar, welcome. Sometimes we feel that we are overwhelmed. We want to defeat the procrastination and want to make use of our time as much as possible, but we fail. So, what's the solution? So, we are going to get the solution from this book, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. So, Brian Tracy is teaching us how to defeat that procrastination. 21 steps are there. So today we are going to learn the first step. And remember, this is not a summary of the book, but the full explanation of what Brian Tracy is wanted to teach us in this chapter, which is set the table. So before moving further, think about what is the one quality that we need to win in our life, which is desire, purpose, and the want. All these three things are the same thing, that we should have the desire to achieve. We should have purpose, the definiteness of purpose, that what I want to achieve. And there should be knowledge of what we want. So you can understand all these three things are the same thing. Now, if you want to win, Brian Tracy says that you need to have absolute clarity in your mind. Why? Because it increases your personal productivity, that how you are going to tackle those problems. How this clarity is helping you? First of all, try to understand this thing. When you have the absolute clarity in your mind about what? About your goals, about your objectives, at that time, this will help you to stop procrastination. So, you must be thinking that how this will help you to stop the procrastination. First of all, we need to know what is the main reason for procrastination. What is the main reason? Main reason is the vagueness, confusion, and the fuzzy-mindedness. Why? Because we are not sure what we are doing. We are all the time we are confused what we want to do, and with this fuzzy-mindedness, we always procrastinate. Okay, today we will do it. No, I'm not sure what should I do, and I'm not sure in what sequence I have to do all those things. So maybe for tomorrow I'm just thinking that I will do it tomorrow and the next week. This sort of confusion is there in our mind. That's why most of the time we are procrastinating. So overall, what to do, in what sequence to do, and the reason to do. First of all, we are not sure that what I want to do. Even if I get rid of that confusion, then the problem arises in what sequence. I should do it first, or I should go with that thing first. Oh no, I'm not sure. I think something is there that I need to do that thing first. So all this sort of problems arises in our mind, and because of that, procrastination, the devil, arises in our mind. So before moving further and before finding the solution that Brian Tracy is giving us, we will see one quote, one line by Napoleon Hill, which says, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is the definiteness of purpose. So, my friend, we need to have that definiteness, that whatever I want to do, whatever the goal and purpose I am pursuing for, what is I need, it should be absolute clear. That's why Napoleon Hill says definiteness of purpose. So, what is the solution? Solution comes here. The great rule for success, Brian Tracy says, which is think on paper. Think on paper. Believe it or not, it is one of the most powerful thing that I learned recently. I also started to think on paper. Personally, I'm using a small diary and pen. So, before moving further, just think about this statistics. Only 3% of people use this method. So surprising. So easy to use. We all are studying since our childhood. We got the education and we are using pen and paper still. Only 3% of people are thinking about this method, using this method to jot down our ideas on paper. Only 3%. And now you will be even more surprised what it is giving to us. It is giving us the age of 5 to 10 times better productivity compared to those who are not writing and noting down their thoughts and ideas on paper. You know why? Because I also used to think that okay, I am thinking about these goals, and I have this plan, and I was thinking in my mind, or sometimes I was writing on my phone. But what was the problem? When I'm thinking about those goals and ideas, at that time, I think that I know and I have the complete clarity. But after 1 or 2 or 3 days, and even after 1 week or 1 month, those ideas have gone out of my mind. This also happened with you. I think this must have happened with you also. So, unwritten goal, Brand Tracy says, it's just a wish and fantasy, nothing more than that. All the time, you can also think most of the time we are wishing something. Okay, I want to get that thing, I want to get that thing. If it is not written properly, we all know that it is just a wish, it's just a fantasy, nothing more than that. So, Brian Tracy is giving us 7-step formula that we can apply in our life to stop this procrastination. And these steps are very small and very simple that you can, when you will know these steps, you will understand, okay, these are very simple steps and not a big deal. We can try it. So, what is there in step 1? Brian Tracy says, decide exactly what you want. First of all, decide exactly what you want. So, what is the goal and objective you want to achieve? It may be for today. Like, for example, today in the morning, I decided that I will shoot this video, whatever video you are watching at the moment. So, your goals and objective can be for one day, for 1 week, for 1 month, for the year, for the next 5 years. So, it can have different time spans. So, first of all, decide what you want, what is your objectives. And you can discuss it with your family, friend, and teachers. It is very much required. Sometimes we think, okay, why should I discuss these ideas to someone else? They may laugh on us, they may laugh at us. And sometimes we think that no, 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 I don't want to discuss these ideas to someone because they may not understand it. Try to understand this one point very clearly. Even if others are unable to understand your ideas, your thought, even if they can make fun of you, but try to understand this point, that when you share, when you discuss your ideas with people, it will give you absolute clarity in your mind that what you are thinking. Like, for example, I read this chapter, and when I'm explaining it to you, it is giving me the absolute clarity about what is there in this chapter, believe it or not. So, discussing those ideas with someone is like you are teaching someone that what you are thinking in your mind. So, discuss it with your friends and family or teacher, and this will be give you the clarity. What is expected out of you? First of all, you need to know what is expected out of you from that goal. You will discuss those things, and in what order of priority you have to do all those things. So, you need to have absolute, decide exactly what you want means you need to have all those things, absolute clarity, what is expected out of you, and in what order of priority you have to do all those things. You need to be very much clear about it. And Brian Tracy in this section, in this step, says sometimes we do the things which was not needed, and we all know these things. Most of the time, we are wasting in our life, and we also know that those activities, those things that I'm doing, unconsciously perhaps, is not needed for my goal or for my life, but still I'm doing it. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my energy there. So you need to clear this step first. Okay, now comes the step 2. What is there in step 2? Write it down. We have already discussed what was the main theme of this chapter. Write it down, think on paper. That's why the step 2 is, first you have decided that what you exactly want, and after that write it down. Write it down on paper, especially pen and paper. Use it. So, when you think on paper, writing means crystallizing, make it tangible. Again, I'm saying, for example, I'm thinking that okay, next week I'm going to do all those things. Take it, all those steps, all those ideas I have created. But when I jot it down on paper, I am in somehow making my fuzzy ideas into a tangible thing. Try to understand. I can see it. I can feel those ideas. And once I written it, those thoughts are very much clear in my mind. And after 1 or 2 days, when I will see those ideas which I already written on paper, again those ideas will come in my mind with the same intensity. So write it down, it crystallizes your ideas and it makes those things tangible. So there is something for which you have to be responsible, that you have written something there. Else it's just a wish and fantasy. We have already seen this thing. If it is not tangible, if it is Your ideas are not crystallized. It is just a fuzzy idea, misdirection, confusion, and mistake. You will be always confused. Okay, tomorrow I was thinking this thing. No, today I think the step should be like this. Tomorrow you will again think, no, I am thinking the past 2 days, whatever I am thinking is not correct. So all those ideas are coming in your mind. It is giving you misdirections, confusion, everything. But whatever you are thinking today, write it down. Tomorrow it may change, but again write it down. After 1 week, again some ideas will be modified in your mind. Again write it down, and you can see, okay, with the last 1 week, I am thinking and I'm seeing that my ideas are molding like this way. It is very much required. And after completing this step, we come to step number 3, which is set a deadline on your goal. This is the one thing that I was always missing in my personal life. Why it is important? Try to understand. If you are not giving deadlines, it means you don't have any urgency. It is very much needed in your any project, whatever you are doing. There must be a deadline, whatever project you take. Suppose that you are doing a Python code, you are learning Python and programming, whatever, and the teacher and professor have given you a chance that, okay, within 1 week you have to submit it. And suppose that the teacher, the professor is not giving you that deadline that within 1 week you have to submit. There is no 1 week limit. Now the teacher has said that you have to submit. At that time, what do you think? I can submit it after 2 days, I can submit it after 10 days, I can submit it after 30 days, whatever. Then at that time, there would be no urgency. And suppose the other part, teacher says you have to submit it today till 12 a.m. 12 afternoon, 12 night. What you will do? There will be sense of urgency. From the classroom, you will go back to your room and you will just study hard and you will just prepare that project ASAP. That is the sense of urgency. There should be deadline, whatever goal, whatever idea you have, just put a deadline there. Because no real beginning and ending. If there is no urgency, it's mean there is no real, try to understand, there is no real beginning and there would be no real ending. And also sub deadline of necessary. For example, I have a big project to do. For example, in that project, I need to do 4 different things in one project. So there should be, like for example, for one project, I have 1 week time. And in that one project, there are 4 steps that I have to complete. Then I will do, okay, 1 day for this thing, 1 day for this thing, 2 days for this thing, and 1 day for this thing. I can also subdivide it. Subdivision can be there. So it depends on you that how you are putting that deadline on those projects and on those ideas or goals, whatever you have. So after completing this step 3, we come to step number 4. It says, I hope you are with me till this step 3. Now in step 4, Brian Tracy says, make a list of things that must be done to achieve your goal. That must be done to achieve your goal. Make that list. Why? Because listing will give you visualization. It is very important. Listing whatever things you need to be done for that project, for that goal, for that idea, it should be listed out. Because listing will give you the visualization for larger task and objective. Sometimes the thing, whatever the goal I am targeting, it's so big that we always forget, okay, I have, for example, in our daily life, I have to cook some meal. I don't know the process. I have decided to cook a meal which is going to take me a delicious meal for my guest, and I have to bring all the ingredients for that meal that I need to cook. I must prepare the list for all the ingredients that I have to purchase from the market, so that when I start to cook, there should not be anything which is missing. In the same way, when I visualize things, okay, these ingredients are there to fulfill that goal and for that objective, to achieve that objective, it will give me the visualization. Okay, these are ingredients these are ingredients. I need that book, I need that computer, I need that course. All these things should be there in front of you. And that is why all these things should be done on pen and paper. Write it down, make the list. And when you have the list, it is like work as a track to run. Now, like for example, when you are running on a track, I don't know you have run or not. There is a track, for example. Now you are standing here. Suppose that somebody told you you have to run 5 kilometer. Now you know that this track is of 5 kilometer. Then you have a definite path on which you have to run. It is so sure. Otherwise, suppose that this track is not here, then what you will do at that time, you will be very much confused. Okay, how to run 5 kilometer, I don't know, I need to measure everything. So much bothering will be there. Your potential will be used in calculating that track length 5 kilometer. But if you already have this track, it's mean you have that visualization on which you have to simply run. So increase probability of success when you have a simple track, when you have that visualization in your mind. So after this step 4, we come to step number 5, which says organize the list into a plan. We need a plan. Plan means what? Whenever you are going for uh, some trip, for some tracking, for example, you need a plan. That from this place I will go there. We will purchase those things. We will get the ticket. We will take that train or bus or flight, whatever. This is called plan. This is called planning. In the same way, for anything that you want to achieve, there should be a plan for that thing. Create list by priorities and sequence. Okay, this is the plan. For example, you want to lose weight, so there should be plan. For example, this month is November, and you targeted, okay, for 1st of January 2026, I need to reduce 4 kg of weight. So for next 2 months, what you are going to do? There should be some plan. Okay, in every week I will get 1 day fasting, so that this much calorie will be saved. Okay, my diet will be like this, and I will do intermittent fasting, or I will do exercise this much hour every day, or 3 days a week. This sort of planning should be there. You know also that we need planning. So create a list of priorities and sequence, that in what sequence what I have to do, and which thing is more important, which should be at the top priority. All these things should be there in that plan. Decide in what order and what need to be done. It is like, simply I already told you that, like for example, first thing we will do, after that the second thing, the third thing. This sort of sequencing should be there. This is called planning, nothing. And try to understand all those steps we are learning from step 1 to till step 5. These are part of the same thing, that we are jotting down our ideas on paper, about the ideas, about the thoughts that is in our mind, and we are just simply breaking it down, how to execute it. So the last step, which is step number 6, sorry, second last step, take action immediately. This is very much required. I have seen many people, and I also include myself in that category, that we procrastinate most of the time because we don't take action immediately. For example, you wanted to learn programming, Python. I have given you the resources, the books, the courses, the website links. Okay, from there you can learn. But to learn programming, you need a computer, you need your fingers, and you need your mind, and that finger should be running on the keyboard. This is the first thing. Maybe from the day one, you can write a simple program, hello world, from the day one. But what we do? Okay, I will do all the courses, I will buy a good laptop. At first, I need something, good chair and everything, environment. After that, I will start reading some theory from the books. Then I will try. We stopped the immediate action at that time. This is giving us the reason to procrastinate. It's in our mind. We are just showing the laziness, nothing more. So do something, do anything, but do it immediately. Whatever you want to do. Like for example, I decided to create the video today. If I will think, no, I need good lighting or all those things, no. I just simply open the laptop, start my mic, and just do whatever the simple lighting is there. Okay, do something, even if this one short video is not recorded, but I will get some idea. Maybe after 2 or 3 hours, or maybe in the evening, I will again reshoot the video. But I need to do it immediately. I need to take some step immediately. Why? Because the immediate action, what is going to give you, is the instantaneous dopamine hit. Okay, I have done something. This will encourage you to do more. So Brian says, average plan plus execution is much better than amazing and brilliant plan but nothing is done. So this average plan will always defeat this brilliant plan which was never executed. And this gives us the last step, which is step number 7. Do something every day towards your goal. Why this is important? You can think, I have already taken the step 6, take immediate action. Then why this is step number 7? Do something every day towards your goal. Try to understand. Sometimes what happens, I am too enthusiastic for something. Immediately I have taken the decision that, okay, I will do this thing. I have taken the steps. But after 1 or 2 days, what happens? Okay, I will do later. Now my enthusiasm has gone down. Then what will happen? After 1 or 2 or 3 days, I will stop working for that thing. So Brian says, do something every day for that goal. It can be small thing, like for example, create a habit to do something every day. Like for example, reading a page. Suppose that you want to be a reader. You want to start this in this new year 2026, that you want to complete 10 books in a year, and you want to be a book reader, but you don't have any idea that how to be a book reader, or you have never been a book reader before. So it becomes very difficult if you haven't read regularly the books. At that time, you decided that this is my goal in 2026, that I have to complete 10 to 15 books in a year. So what you will do, take small steps every day. Read just one page. Maybe with time it will increase, but start, do something, read, pick up the book, any book. Like for example, this, I pick up this book. Now what I will do, I have to do every day that thing. Even for one page I will read. This is very much important. Very much means very much important. Suppose that personally, I'm not that good I don't have good vocabulary in English, because English is not my primary language, it's a secondary language. So I am learning new word every day so that my vocabulary stack should increase. A small workout, for example, you want to lose weight. So it's not a big deal. Like for example, few people think that, okay, I will do 2 hour workout at a gym, and again I will rest for 2 or 3 days. It should not be like that. Half an hour workout, but every day. 40 minutes workout, but every day you are doing. Okay, in between you can take rest in every week. That is different thing. But I'm saying you need to do that activity for which whatever you have goal, but it should be done regularly. This is very much required. So with these 7 steps, we have completed what Brian Tracy is giving us, the 7-step formula. Now, if you apply these 7 steps, you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve, and try it in this new year. For example, let us do one small thing. You want to find out what is one thing that you need to do. For example, in your 1 week or 1 month goal, make the list of all the goals that you want to achieve. 1, 2, 3, like this, 10 goals. Now you have to pick the one that is the most important and that is the most urgent thing that you want to achieve, which will have the most powerful impact in your life. Suppose that goal number 3 is the one that you want to achieve immediately. Now remove all rest 9 goals from your list. Now pick this goal and do try to implement these 7 steps on this one goal that you want to achieve. That what is the objective you want to achieve. Second, write it down, break it down, and the third, write it down, and then third, set a deadline for what you want to achieve, and after that, make a list of things that must be done to achieve that goal. And the 5th one is organize a plan, that in what sequence you will do all those things. And in the step number 6, take some actions immediately from the day 1, from the day 0, take that action. And the number 7, do small things for that project, for that goal each and every day. So by this way, Brian Tracy is saying that it will help you to stop the procrastination that you are facing at the moment. By this way, neither you will be overwhelmed by the thoughts by the thoughts which are coming to your mind, that I have to do this thing, I also want to do that thing, I also want to do that thing. You won't be overwhelmed, and because of that overwhelmness, you are procrastinating. You are because there is confusion, because there is fuzziness. Listen here, because that your vagueness of the plan, you don't have the clear plan, your mind is confused, the fuzziness of your mind, and because of all these things you are procrastinating for that goal which you really wanted to do, which you love to do, but still you are procrastinating. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this was not a book summary, man. This was a complete explanation of the first chapter, and in the future videos I will also cover other books and also the other chapters from this book. I hope you liked this video, you learned something. If you liked it, then please smash the like button and subscribe the channel if you haven't. See you in the next video. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy. Peace.